Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen AutomationLabs. So today onwards, I'm going to start file handling techniques in Java, which is like very common scenarios in your framework and in your utilities. You can use it, and it's basic common questions also at a time of interview people might ask you, and I think you should know about it, that how to do file handling in Java. So the first topic I'm going to pick today is that copy a file, example, let's say PDF file, and create a different file in the same location. Then how will you do that? So for example, I'll do one thing. I'll just create one simple any PDF file that I have already downloaded actually in my downloads folder. You can see that this is a sample.pdf, and let me just delete this one. And I want that from sample.pdf, I want to create one more PDF file over here, okay, in my downloads or C drive or D drive or anywhere. So the new file name will be sample copy.pdf or something like this. So how will you do that? When you open the sample.pdf, this is some text is written, two pages are written over here, simple text is written. So I'll read this text one by one and copy in a different PDF file. This is what we have to do it. So we have to use a concept of a file and the file input stream and the file output streams. We have to use it over here. So what exactly I'm going to do that first I'm going to create the object of file class. So for example, let's say file is equal to a new file, and then if you see the constructor of the file, just press Control space. After that, there are four constructors are available, and it's saying that what is your path name. So the path name, I'm going to use the first constructor, the path name of this particular sample.pdf, which is available in my downloads folder, downloads, and whatever the file name sample.pdf. Make sure there are no spelling mistakes, and the file name sample.pdf is available. Okay, and then I'll do one thing, that I'm going to create one more file object over here for the output file, or for the copy file. For example, let's say I simple write, this is for my output file that I'm going to create new, and what will be the file name. So I simple say sample, let's say copy.pdf, something like this. I'll be writing it. So these are the two file objects that I have created. Okay, after that, what exactly I'm going to do that I'm going to create the object of file input stream. Okay, so let's see, this is file input stream initially is equal to null, and this file input stream, guys, you have to import from java.io, and this file class also is available under JDK. It's not coming from any Selenium library or any other third-party library. You can see java.io available over here for file and input stream. Okay, so same thing I'll be doing it for file output stream, and let's see, this is for output stream, and I'm just creating the reference like this, output stream is equal to null initially, and then again you have to import this from java.io package. Okay, now this file input stream, I have to use it for creating the object is equal to, this reference is equal to simple file input stream. See, file input stream, and it's saying that what is your file path, where exactly your file is available. So my file is available under this particular file object, so I simple pass a file over here. Okay, same thing I'll be using it for, so it's giving you one suggestion over here, that surround with try catch block or add throws declaration. So please don't use throws declaration. We have to handle with the try catch block, surround with try catch block. I'm using it over here like this. What if file is not available or something, it will give you file not found exception like that. Same thing for file output stream also. I'll be creating it, which is equal to new file output stream, and then this is the OP file, the output file, that new file object that we have created for the copy. I'm going to paste it over here. Okay, now after that, what exactly I'm going to do that let's see, I just want to print system.out.println. So from the file object that we have created, this file input stream object that we have created, I can actually see a couple of methods over here. The first method I can see is that available. So file input stream dot available method will give you what? Let me just add with the try catch block over here. Okay, some IO exception, and it's saying that available will give you how many number of bytes are available in that particular file. So let's see how many bytes are available in sample.pdf. So let's run it and let's see. So there are 3028 bytes are available in this particular .pdf. Okay, now this is a simple one. Then I just do one thing, that we have to read this particular file, sample.pdf file, one by one, line by line. So how will I do that? I have to use a while loop over here. So I'll do one thing. Initially I'll declare one variable, let's say integer I is equal to 0, and then I'll create a while loop over here. Remember this thing. And then I simply write where I is equal to whatever the file input stream. Okay, a dot, you have to keep reading it. It will give you, see, read will give you one integer over here. It will keep reading all the content in the bytes, and then it's saying that, okay, yeah, until I is this is not equal to -1. So we have to keep reading it. And once we have reached at the -1, then I'll do one thing, file output stream, I'll be using it. And I simply say that dot write method, I'll be using it, and pass the I over here. Okay, and it's saying surround with try catch block. Okay, so this is the simple code that we have written over here. Now I'll do one thing, that once this output stream will write everything over here in the new file. See, this file output stream is pointing to sample copy PDF, the new file, the copied file. Okay, and then this while loop, simple file input stream, keep reading it until we have reached at the -1, and then keep adding the values, keep writing the values with the help of file output stream, which is pointing to OP file. OP file is equal to this sample PDF.pdf, sample copy.pdf. And once I'll do one thing, I'll have to create one finally block also to close the stream, because this is important. I don't want to open the stream, whatever the file input stream or output stream that we have created. So I simply create that if your file input stream that you have created, which is not equal to null, if it is not equal to null, file input stream dot close, that we have to use it. And I'll create one more if for file output stream, and we have to close the file output stream also. And we know that the property of the finally block is that exception is coming or not, finally block will always be executed. Okay, and then I'll do one thing, and this is also surrounded with try catch block. Okay, so nothing to worry with the try catch block, guys. It's a good practice to use it so that we can get the exact exception where exactly it is coming. Okay, but actual code is like this only. We have to close the stream. So these are the things that we have written inside the main method. So I'll do one thing, that instead of main method, I'll just copy this entire stuff from here to here, and then I'll create a separate generic method over here. So I simply write, let's see, public static void copy file method. I'll be using it, and let's say I'll just copy paste over here the complete code over here. Okay, so this is a method I have created in which that you can pass two parameters. One is for the path 1 and path 2, and then you can remove the hard coded values. That you can do it later, and then this is the code that we have to use it. Now I'll do one thing, I simply call this particular method. So let's call this copy file method, and this copy file method, when we call it, let's see it is working or not. So I'll do one thing, this sample.pdf, see, let me just remove the previous one. This sample.pdf is already available. I'm going to run this code and let's see it is working or not. So run as Java application. So it's saying 3028 bytes were there. The code is completed, and I'll come over here and you can see sample copy PDF got created at 5:29 exactly that we executed. And you open this file, exactly same content we have. You can see the file name, exactly same content that we have from sample.pdf. So this is sample.pdf and this is copy PDF. So likewise you can simply do it. So it's very simple code. Okay, few lines of code. If you see only hardly 6 or 7 lines of code. Just create the object of file object and make sure the path is given, and then you create the object of file input stream and the file output stream, and pass the respective input stream and output file stream objects. And then after that you just need to write a simple while loop to keep reading the values from the first file and keep adding the values, keep writing the values to the copy file with the help of output stream. So for copy, read and write, you have to use the streams. Remember this thing. Okay, and after that, it's good practice to close the streams if it is not equal to null. Close input stream and close output stream. So I think we have to use file input stream. We have to close. Okay, close both the streams, and then you run it again. So let's run it again once again. Let me just delete the previous one. Okay, this is the only sample.pdf is available, and run as Java application. 3028 bytes are there, and then you can see sample.pdf got generated. Okay, same thing you can apply on any text file, CSV file, or any Word document file that you can apply over here. So simple code. People might ask you such kind of code at a time of interview, and you can use these utilities for your projects as well. So that's all for this particular video, guys. The next video I'll tell you how to handle folders, files, and then sequential of the folders and everything, how to handle them. And we will take some JSON examples also, how to read the JSON file and other things. And then I think that'll be more than enough for you guys to understand the file handling concept in Java.